Okay, so now we're going through a really long involved question. You do have to build up to the end result here. So this time they've given you not a number pattern but some drawings. Okay, so it says here are the first two T-shapes in a geometrical pattern. They call it a geometrical pattern because drawings are involved and there's shapes. Okay, so here's your first T-shape, all of that. And this one here is your second T-shape. So underneath it says arm length equals 1 for this one, and for this one it says arm length equals 2. Alright, so now it says draw the next T-shapes, next 3 T-shapes. So we're going to do them one underneath each other because it wouldn't fit in your book sideways. So you've got to look at what they're talking about here. So let's look across the top. We've got 3 squares here. Then what they've done is, here's your 3 squares, and they've added 1 on this side and 1 on this side. So we're going to do the same in the next one. So we're going to start with these 5. 2, sorry, this goes to be individual squares not joined together. Okay, so we've got 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm just going to show you in red what we're actually doing, right? So we're adding another 1 on this side and another 1 on the other side. So we end up with 7 across the top. Now they've called this an arm length of 1 because they've added 1 square on in the middle there. This one's called an arm length of 2 because it's got 2 squares there. So the next one must be an arm length of 3. So we'll have 3 squares coming out of the middle here. So 1, 2, 3. So that's your next T-shape. So these are quite big. You'll need some space to do this, obviously. So that's the next one. We've got 2 more to go. I hope I can fit them in. All right, so this time I'm going to start with 7 of them in a row. Try and make it a bit smaller. And then we're going to add 1 onto each side. This one was an arm length of 3. This one's going to be an arm length of 4 coming out of the middle one. Okay? Now I hope I can fit this next one in, otherwise I'm just going to have to move this table down. So the next one is going to have 9 squares in a row. I'll make them a bit smaller. Add 1 square onto the end of each side. And then we're going to add another square on here, so we have an arm length of 5 in the middle. Sorry, I'll do it in red. And that's it. Okay, so we've drawn the next 3 T-shapes. All right, now in this one we're completing the table, and it's all to do with all of this. So the first line, or the top row, is the arm length. Arm length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 and 11 we'll deal with later. Okay, so then it's the number of tiles. So they've done the first one so you can see what they're doing. So the arm length of 1, that one, they said had 4 tiles. So what they're talking about is 4 squares. Okay, so our arm length of 2, count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tiles or 7 squares. The next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, they're all the ones that we can see. Now, these 2 on the end we can't see, but they're hoping that you can see a bit of a pattern that's going on. If you can't, it doesn't really matter. We can do that later. You don't have to do questions in the order they're given. All right, so then it says, write the rule for the pattern in words, write the rule as a formula. Okay, so let's have a look and see if we can work out what's going on here. So look top to bottom. let's look over here. Now, if we times by 3, we'll get 15. Add 1, we'll get 16. Let's see if that's working. 4 times 3 will give me 12. Add 1 gives me 13. It looks like it is working. 3 times 3 gives me 9. Add 1 does give me 10. 2 times 3 gives me 6, plus 1, 7. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1, 4. So that is working. So when they say write the rule in words, we just want to write multiply by 3 and add 1. I would probably say start with the arm length, because that's what's on our top row, times by 3, then add 1, and that's what it is in words. So now if we write it as a formula, don't forget we start with our bottom letter first, so we say T equals, now we've got A at the top, so we write A, and then write times 3 plus 1, and let's just shorten it a bit because A times 3 is 3A, so T equals 3A plus 1. Alright, now you can come back and do these ones now, so you can do them in your head if you like. So 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Start with 11. Times by 3 gives you 33, add 1 gives you 34. Or you can use your calculator to do them as well. Alright, so down the bottom here, they've asked you how many tiles are needed to build a T-shape with arm length of 33. So they're giving you A is 33. So if we use A equals 33 and write our formula down, so now we're just going to sub into our formula. Don't forget you have the times here. And we're going to sub in, so we've got T equals 3 times, now our A is 33 this time, plus 1. Use your calculator, 3 times 33 plus 1 will give you 100. And let's write tiles on the end. So we're going to come back in the next video and just do one more question because we need a bit of practice.